Hello, it's your favorite washed up loser, Dexter Manning. Speaking of washed up, I'm going to talk about my most well-known works today, because I feel like a lot of people, they probably look at my channel and be like, you know, what is Dex even doing now? Like, what the fuck? Has he even done anything since, like, Sanity or The Creatures or whatever? It's really weird, right? I get asked that a lot, weirdly enough. So I thought I'd just talk about things in my career which were big and things that I enjoyed, and just kind of like, yeah, just a timeline of my career a little bit. And like, not fully, but I thought I'd just kind of give a bit of a career timeline, give some insight into how I've kind of got to where I am. Well, okay, let's just get right into it. So I started YouTube pretty much when I was like 14. I did dubs of Final Fantasy movies and the games. I did Final Fantasy X dub. Same with Advent Children. Just little bits and bobs I would upload. Did a few live action skits, which they're on my old channel, by the way. I think they're unlisted, so if you really want to go check them out. I also deleted a lot of them anyway, so, you know, they're gone forever. But I did some like machinimas in Maple Story before I even knew what a machinima was. But yeah, I got expelled from school, so I had loads of time to myself. I was at home a lot, and that's when I made the Melee machinima. And that, for some reason, took off, because looking back, it's a piece of shit. I don't know why people liked it. Apart from Season 2, I guess there's some decent ideas in there. But yeah, I did that every week. I tried to do it, or every month, I don't remember. I think it was every week at one point. And I kept doing it while I was in college. I think by just doing that, it got me better at editing and learning. I learned a lot in those early days. Plus, I got, especially when it came to sound design, because I had to put every single sound effect in. For some reason, my capture card wouldn't capture audio, so I had to put every single sound effect in. But that made me really good at sound engineering, right? So that really helped a lot. But yeah, I just kept doing it for a while. I guess they took off. You know, 10K subs back then was a big deal, I suppose. You know, I got fucking sponsored by Machinima, so I putting stuff on their channel. And I guess people remember Gears No More and White Phoenix. I did a lot of machinimas for machinima, and that's the reason why I got Sanity not included. So I went to Dubai for a year, studied film school there. I learned a lot at my film school, but I dropped out ultimately because it had I had to learn HTML and all this stupid stuff, and I was a bit of a little goony rebel kid who just didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? One of those goons. So I just dropped out anyway. I was like, oh, you fuck. So I had like no grades pretty much. So I was basically living here at 18, no grades, nothing. And I got a call from a guy called Micah who worked at Machinima at the time. I worked with him recently actually. I'll talk about that later. And then he basically pitched the idea for Sanity Not Included because I'd done loads of machinimas in different games like, you know, Gears and Halo and all this stuff. You know, it said, do I basically want to do a skit show, Robot Chicken, with video games? And I'm like, yeah, it sounds great. And I said, well, you know, can I bring someone on? And I brought Lyle on, right? Because me and Lyle at the time were like, you know, besties or whatever, really close. And we did a lot of stuff together, lots of videos and shit. So yeah, I brought Lyle on. And that's when Sanity, you know, it took off. It's ironic as well, because I remember spending, I think, 2-3 months just working on that show. And I remember my dad being like, you know, you need to get a fucking job, basically. And I was like, nah, I actually have a feeling about this. I just realized I've still got this stupid picture of Friend on there. I don't know why I keep take that off. Whatever, we got Friend. Again, Friend. Yeah, so I did that for a bit. It took off, weirdly enough. Yeah, and then I did that for a little bit. So Sanity Season 1, 2, and 3, I guess is prolific, and a lot of people remember me from that. Which, looking back, the show's not great at all, to be honest. I mean, there's some good ideas there, but I think as well, it was a weird time because we're all so young, you know, and I think I really wanted to just, like, you know, put loads of stuff out there. That's why I did loads of different shows, you know. I did Smash Champ, did loads of stuff for Machinima, a fuck ton. I just wanted to put loads of stuff out there, you know, make some money, get my name out there. I did loads of content. I think that's why Sanity was weird for me, because, you know, that's like a douchebag. I was kind of the mom of the group. I was like, you know, can we do this? Can we, like, come on, guys, can we finish this? Whatever. And I think that ultimately kind of led to its downfall. Like they say, friendship and business doesn't really work, and it's kind of true. I think that definitely made everyone drift apart a bit, and resent me especially, because I was like, come on, fucking do your work, basically. But yeah, I guess that was a big learning experience for me in terms of work ethic. You know, who you can work with, who you can't. Sanity really kind of molded me into how I kind of manage things, I suppose. And all that kind of shit. Especially when it came to Season 4 when I worked with Alex, because Alex came on board, and I hadn't worked with someone before who had like such a good work ethic, and Alex had has rather such a good work ethic. Like he's always wanting to do stuff and he's going for it, and I really respect that. So yeah, like that was cool as well. I learned a lot about like, oh, okay, you know, this is someone I can work with, blah blah blah. That was interesting, and the workflow on that as well was really easy. And I also dealt with early on, I guess, like hate, like people hating on Sanity Season 4. So it's weird because I think when I think Sanity Season 1 and 2, I definitely was a bit of a pussy. I had very thin skin, I think. Yeah, I was just a bit of a baby. But I think after Season 3 and it got on Season 4, I was just like, you know what? Who fucking cares? Like, I like making the show. Love working with Alex. Like, I actually, Season 4 is my favorite. You know, if everyone wants to just cry about it because a certain person's not in it or this and this, you know, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know, who cares? Like, I'm just living my life. I'm enjoying myself. I'm doing it. So I think that helped a lot as well. So Sanity really molded me as a person, I think, a lot. And I guess around that era, Smash Champ, which is bigger now on obviously Smash Bits. It's got loads of views on Smash Bits now. So that was a big one. So yeah, Sanity was a big one. Phoenix Wright Bullshit Evolved, I think, was kind of a decent sized one. A lot of people watched that. White Phoenix was one of my favorite ones, but I know that's a very small fan base. So I did a lot of stuff, like a lot of shit that people don't really know about. And it's weird because saying that out loud, it makes you think like, oh, I peaked, but it's weird because, you know, at that point, oh, that's the end of my career, right? But weirdly enough, it actually went a lot better after that. So after Sanity Season, I think it was 4 or 5 or during it with Alex, that's when I got asked to join the Creatures. And I did a lot of League of Legends videos that were on Machinima Realm, and they actually blew up, and I got a big following on Machinima Realm, and especially my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel at the time, my old channel, was growing exponentially, like, and even Twitch. I had a pretty big following on Twitch at one point. Everything was actually going really well, like on the up and up and up. Then I lost my channel. Then I couldn't stream because I was away for so long. Everything kind of went a bit weird around then. Oh, excuse me, my neck. Ow, it clipped. But I was still doing my stuff, you know, still working on shit. Then obviously I joined the Creatures. I still did a bunch of things. You know, the Creatures was a highlight. I learned a lot about myself at the Creatures as well. Looking back, I think I could have handled things, you know, a lot better with some of the things that happened, interactions with people. I think I was just a bit too blunt. And I think, if I'm honest, like, there's a lot of times where I didn't even, what I was saying wasn't even what I thought. I just kind of said it to get a reaction out of someone. It was kind of weird. I don't know, I was just a bit of a weirdo around then, but I also was pretty, not super miserable, but it was tough for me. Yeah, it was an interesting time, the Creatures. I guess, like, a lot of people look at that as, oh, that was a big part, like, you know, oh shit, I'm on this. But it's weird, because I look back, and the Creatures was a huge-ass channel. Really, when you look at it, we're getting crazy amount of fucking views. Like, when you look at it back now, at least 200k a video, that's fucking insane. It's mad. So it was cool to be a part of it. It's just a shame that, you know, what happened with it, etc. But I think what I learned from that experience most was I'm pretty good at, like, just socializing and chatting with people, especially when it comes to, like, you know, people who manage things and like company people, company reps. I'm really good at just going in and saying hi to someone. I think that's one of my biggest strengths. I learned that a lot. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I guess when I was in the Creatures, I kept getting told I need to change myself and do this and do that and change this and change this. But that was only like when I was there with the company. When I was outside the company, I never had any problems with anyone. Like, I got on well with everyone. I was always, you know. So I think that reaffirmed, like, nah, Dex, actually, like, because, you know, you start to doubt yourself. And it's like, nah, actually, no, I'm a good dude. I'm all right. I'm not too bad, actually. I'm not fucking that controversial and this and this. Like, I don't know. It was a weird time. It definitely changed my personality in terms of, like, I was always second guessing myself. Before I was a very, like, arrogant, like, oh, I'm Dex and I'm this and I'm that and I'm this. This was like 22 onwards. Like, I don't really count my personality before like 19, 20, honestly. Before then, I was like a little weirdo, I think. But, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, basically, that really shaped me as a person, I think. The Creatures and just being by myself in America, living by yourself, different foreign country. You know, I learned a lot about myself as a person. And I was also doing a bunch of stuff in the meantime. I worked with Arcade Cloud. You know, did sponsorships and stuff. And that was when I streamed as well, full time for a little while. And that was quite interesting. A lot of work, though, and it was tough. And I also was like full-on major alcoholic then. I also put on a shit ton of weight. Toward the end of my time there. I was a bit fat, to be honest. which I did lose a little bit, then I gained it back, and then when I worked on FLAPPATRON was when I got fat again. I was looking back at some videos last year, and Jesus Christ, I was a fucking elephant, so... Yeah, when I went to America last year, actually, was when I was the fattest I ever was, which sucks, because that was when I saw everybody. So they must have thought, oh my god, he let himself go. Loving life. Anyway, so when I left the creatures, I'll say this was when things, for some reason, started going really well for me in terms of work and fulfillment, and just, I was fucking loving it. So I started working with Smash Bits, which, you know, Rick, he owns it, and he's a friend of mine. We worked together in the past. And yeah, I was doing animations with him for Arcade Cloud, so I did loads of stuff. I'm looking at my portfolio now, loads of shit I did on there. There's an Undertale one, Nathan Drake one, Soul, just like there's so much stuff that people don't even know that I did. I was writing like 2 of those, or 3 of those a week, it was really fun. I also did a show for Arcade Cloud, did my own stuff, I did some SFM animations for them, I did a show called Love Hate. Yeah, I was just kind of doing my thing, sometimes I streamed, or sometimes I didn't, I was just, yeah, I mean, that was really fun. That was also when I got my job with Zergnet, which is Looper and SVG and stuff. And that was, you know, I still work for them to this day. I've been working them for like 4 years now. And they're great, and I fucking love working with them. Yeah, they're really professional. They always pay me on time, which is a big thing. You know, they're just great, and they've always given me constant work. Excuse me. So I guess, like, you know, that's one thing I'm really grateful for, that job. It's kind of been my bread and butter for a long time, because I always have that in the background. Because obviously I'm freelance, so things go up and down, and that's just like a constant, and it's fucking awesome. So that's great. So shout out to Zergnet, they've been really, really, really good to me the last 4 years or whatever, but I've also been good to them because I deliver the fucking goods. So that was a big thing. A lot of people know me from Looper and SVG and stuff now anyway. But did a lot of stuff for Arcade Cloud. A lot of stuff for Arcade Cloud. I'm looking at it now, loads of shit. And then Smash Bits was when I moved on to that stuff as well. And that's when I did the 10-minute animations like Doom Realistic, and Undertale Realistic, and those Smash Bits things really took off. And that was my job for around a year. That was probably my favorite job actually I've had, was working for Smash Bits. I really enjoyed that. Every week I just get to make up some animation in my head and audio, whatever, and yeah, it was all animated. I was great. I fucking loved doing that. Which I'm kind of doing now in a way. Me and Will, DA Games, we're making an animation channel, and it's basically the same thing. Like, you know, the way I do my comedy. So that's, you know, basically it's kind of come full circle. I'm doing that again. Hopefully I can work with Smash Bits again. I haven't spoken with Rick in a while, who owns it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I was doing a lot of stuff. I remember I visited the Calchop Boys. That was fun. Did a few videos for them. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, I'd say Smash Bits, the Arcade Cloud animations, all that stuff, my Looper stuff. That was when I was kind of, I say peak, I mean, I'm still at that point now, really. Like, that was when I was like, oh man, this is what I want to be doing, man. Like, I'm doing the animations, I'm doing the audio, like, it's a big, fucking viewership was fucking huge. I mean, one of them's got 45 million views, it's great. I love it, like, seeing people just seeing all my stuff, you can hear my voice anyway on loop. Like, it's cool, like, how many people have heard my voice, you know, and that's like really cool to me. It's less about the views and the subs on my channel, because my channel's like dead, right? It's just, I do it as a hobby. Everything else is all my freelance work, which is what I'm proud of. So yeah, just doing some voice work as well, doing some VO stuff, and then I think the year after that, well, I was kind of, you know, I started maybe August, I think, then it kind of looped around again. Around then was when I thought, okay, right, I'm, you know, loving life, things are good, I'm chilling. What do I want to do? And I was like, I want to make a video game. So that was when I thought, you know what, I need to make, it's on my bucket list, I've got to make this fucking game. And yeah, I can't be able to go into all the details of this game, but I was still doing some of the Smash Bit stuff and the Looper stuff while I was doing the game. That game was FLAPPATRON. It's still ongoing now. We've almost finished episode 4, which is the last episode. This game is so difficult to make. It was the hardest thing I've had to do in my life. You know, I've done some tough projects in my life, but this takes the cake by 1,000,000 times. Like, it's so tough. Game development is so hard if you're new to it and don't know what you're doing. And you know, I should have done some more research really, but I kind of just jumped in. I went, fuck it, I'm doing this, and I'm just going for it, and I'm doing it. And I'm spending this amount, and I've got savings, and I'm just doing this fucking game. And I don't know if that's a better way to go about doing it, or if it isn't. But either way, me throwing myself into the project and just going for it, has helped a lot. So these new games that I'm making, I'm just, you know, I'm way better at, because I got a bunch of, so I'm just managing all these different games and I write them or whatever. It's like, it's like a producer when they got like loads of movies going on. They just kind of like, you know, check in and see what's going on. Kind of at that stage now, which is kind of where I like being. I like being in a kind of managerial, is that even a word? Kind of role and overseeing stuff, but also having my hand in everything, you know. I want to make sure everything's going well and everyone's happy and everything's, you know, everyone's chilling and, you know, enjoying themselves. But that game's been very tough to make. Last year it's been good though, since Yusuf, my current programmer of FLAPPATRON, took over. And right now I'm currently making more games, which are going to be fucking awesome. I'm so excited about. And yeah, I mean, I guess, really, like, I guess if I had to say a highlight, my favorite 2 highlights, it would be the game, FLAPPATRON, which is out, and I guess the Smash Bit stuff. I really enjoyed doing that. And Octopi as well, I did a few shows for them, which is the guy I mentioned earlier, Micah. That's what I was going to bring up. They got a channel called Octopi. I did a few shows for them. Although one of them went on Smash Bits, the Pizza Guy one, and Neophyte Dream Crisis was on Octopi. I'm sure there's some stuff I'm missing, but I don't know. I can't think right now, top of my head. But yeah, I guess just be doing freelance work and doing my VO and doing the writing and the animations and stuff for different companies. That's where I'm at. And yeah, man, it's weird. If I'm honest, like when people bring up Sanity and the Smash Machinimas and stuff, like it seems so long ago now, and they're not even the highlights, honestly, in my opinion, of my life. So it's kind of weird. I guess I say washed up, but like personally to me anyway, this is the best I've been. I keep going on the up and up. So here's hoping my career doesn't flounder and I just completely, you know, when some weird little drunken alcoholic in the corner. Well, I guess I wasn't the Creatures, but that was a different story. Yeah, I mean, those are my favorite highlights. I also, well, one highlight I've got to mention is that I actually really enjoy streaming. I think if I could make it as a living, I'd probably do it full time, but I just can't. It's hard for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna stream. You know, I stream when I feel like it, when I want to, and I want to just chat with you guys. And that's why I'm really inconsistent with streaming and YouTube videos and stuff, because obviously I got loads of stuff going on. I got all this shit I just mentioned, and also the games that take like 8% of my life. So yeah, I like streaming. That's really fun. I enjoy that muchly. But yeah, I guess like just doing the creative stuff is kind of the highlight and is the most fun. And even though FLAPPATRON was the hardest thing ever, and there were a few times I had like kind of like a little breakdown. I was like, oh my gosh, so I just give up. I can't do this fucking thing. But after about an hour, I went, you know what? No, I'm doing this. Fuck this. This ain't gonna defeat me. This game isn't gonna defeat me. I'm done. You know, wallowing in my despair. Let's just fucking do this. And I got a new programmer and was sorted. And even though it was tough, I wasn't miserable, you know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh, I hate this game, I want to die, apart from those little tiny breakdowns. But yeah, it was stressful, but I don't know, I managed to get through it, I suppose. I don't know how the fuck I managed to even release that. Again, the circumstances surrounding that game, man, I'm not exaggerating when I say it's 100 times harder than like I'll say 1,000,000 times, but I mean in terms of like, realistically, that game realistically is 100 times harder to make than any game I'm currently working on right now. I can go into Unity now and even make my own shit if I want to. I can make my game myself if I wanted to, but I like working with other people, so I'm rambling now. But yeah, I guess I pulled this off my chair, so I don't know why I did that. The Smash Bit stuff, my game. I just put it back on, it's annoying me. Come on, get on. There we go, I did it. Yeah, I think the Smash Bits in the game, I think that's probably my 2 biggest highlights. And hopefully, you know, I can bring back those animation type things with DA Games Will. Who we have a channel actually, DW Daily, which I forgot about because we haven't uploaded in like 4 months. But maybe we'll bring that back. Who knows? But yeah, a lot going on, and yeah, I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna keep going, and oh, it's a 20-minute video now. Fucking hell, okay, I need to stop and rambling. Yeah, I'm stopping. I'm done. But hopefully I'll see you next time in the stream. And if you've got any questions or any comments or anything you want to say, leave one down below and I will definitely read it. Even if I don't reply or like comments, I tend to read every single comment. So yeah, you will be noticed. But thanks so much everybody who's watched my stuff over the years. Even if you're somebody who hasn't even watched my channel, but you watch my, you know, someone upon this video by accident, someone who watched my previous work, I appreciate you, appreciate everybody. You know, without the audience, I wouldn't be here, but yeah. So I'm very grateful for where I am and things I've done and being fulfilled, honestly. I know it sounds really corny, but yeah, like, looking back, I'm fucking fulfilled, man. I feel great. So hopefully going forward, I can keep that feeling and still make some good shit. So see you next time.